Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time you're listening to this or watching this, man. It's Marquis, aka Severe. What's going on, guys? Man, we ain't going too far, man. I now reside in Brockton, and this actual MC rapper lives in Brockton as well. GFamBlack. I've been following his career for some time now, and he's a dope rapper. He links up with Bofaat, the producer, who's incredible on the sounds. They put together an album called Super Predator. Came out May 30th, 2024. About 31 minutes of pure heat. Now let's talk about the song title. First of all, let's talk about the album cover. The album cover is fire. If y'all see the album cover, it's pretty similar to this, but it has the American, the American continent with kind of faces like this. And this is an exclusive. So this is an exclusive. He might put it out again. This is from this album. I appreciate GFamBlack for blessing me with this shirt for free. I support artists by listening to their music, reviewing their music, writing about their music in books. Get the books. Severe's Chronicles, Severe's Classics, Volume 2. This one's now on audio. I just finished my 5th ebook. Go check out my ebooks. EPs Need Love 2. And this is Volume 5. That's Volume 5 that I just put out. So, yeah, man, let's talk about the album cover's fire. This is different, kind of different than album covers. This is just as fire as the album cover. But let's just talk about Super Predators. Let's talk about Super Predators. Let's talk about the title. Now, the title is Super Predator. You might think Puffy and, R. Kelly and things of that nature. Different type of predators. Now, back in the day, in the 90s, they used to call Super Predator. They used to call it Super Predators, like the youth, the young people, the young urban youth, right? Super Predator was a criminological theory that was highlighted in the 1990s. American urban youth were referred to as super predators. So they just name us. They and they still do. They say certain names in the news. Give me some names in the comments that you're not comfortable with, that the news uses, that the quote unquote the elite, the 1% uses to demolish our brand, our black brand, right? Let's talk about GFamBlack, Bofaat, Super Predator. Number one, take the streets back. They're taking the streets back that they created, in a sense, right? I'm talking about the elite. I'm talking about you spread the drugs, the guns in the community, all types of stuff, no job opportunities, and then you're like, look at these fools over here. Look at these, calling us names, Super Predator or monkeys or whatever y'all wanna they call us. There's all types of names that they demoralize our brand. Who are the real super predators? Is it the 1%? Is it the elite? Come on, y'all know who it is. Number 2, Debts Paid, featuring Tali, Rodriguez, and P. Roll. The track is psychotic and haunting. GFam, aka King of Unforgettable Quotes. That's what's up. Pay him. Tali went extra money. He wants extra money after, his debt's paid. Like, Tali's rapping, he's like, yo, man, I know you paid your debt, but I want interest. I want more money. So pay this dude, you know what I'm saying? P. Roll is co-signing, he's co-signed by Tali, the rapper prior to him, and GFam. So if he's co-signed, P. Roll's co-signed. Come on. Pay him. Pay these dudes, man. Pay their debt. Pay the debts off, man. Stop playing, man. Shout out to number 2. I like this joint. Number 3, Feet Planted. It's Brockton. It's the Brockton Mass theme song. And I believe GFamBlack has a couple of these Brockton or Boston, Mass type of theme records, man. And this one, he's planting his feet down, 10 feet down, toes down. And he's talking about Brockton, man. GFamBlack is 10 toes down, giving you ideas of his city, or the city he represents, and he talks about Brockton, the goods, the bad, of any city, right? Everybody got the goods and the bads, man. But he's just breaking it down. It's kind of like a a Brockton anthem. You gotta be here. He's like, it's like if you're a tourist, listen to the record and be like, maybe you avoid certain neighborhoods. That's all I say. All right, number 4, 100 pairs of Timbs. That's 50 dudes on your block. You don't want that. Beat gives off. Beat gives me like a come on son face. Come on, son. Shout out to Ed Lover for Come On Son. Go check out his podcast. Bofaat and GFam don't miss on this record at all. Not just this record, but the whole entire album. Mr. Black is stomping his ops with the original wheat Timbs. You gotta stomp with the original wheat Timbs. Like every time if I think about anybody stomping anybody with Timbs, they gotta be wheat, the wheat joints, right? Or black. Maybe the black joints. You can get the black joints. You know what I'm saying? What's your favorite Timberland color? That's a good question. What's your favorite Timberland color? Let me know. I gotta go with the wheat. The wheat's the classic. And then I like I don't know. I don't really like a lot of colors on my boots. I'll probably say I just had to say the wheat. I'm just gonna say the wheat. All right, let's go to number 5, Miss Thang. Now, yo, Miss Thang, y'all don't want to mess with Miss Thang. Miss Thang gets around like Tupac. I get around. She gets around. Shout out to women of this nature. My mother used to call them, and my aunts and stuff, the older crowd used to call Miss Thangs. Like, Miss Thang, she's Miss Thang. But they used to call them fast asses, too. You a fast ass. She's a fast ass. That's what they should call them. The girls, the women on the street running around, you know, having sex all the time or just having fun. They used to call them fast asses. But Miss Thang, I like this record. Loving the opera-type track, allowing GFam to get in story mode. The artist has some trust issues, though. But who doesn't have trust issues? You know, he's talking about women. You don't trust women from 4 to 44, he said, something like that. I don't know. Some ridiculous time. But I kind of get it. It's like, he's like, we don't really trust the ladies and the women nowadays. And I can see, you know, when he gets older, maybe he wants to settle down. That's what a lot of people do. They have their fun, then they settle down, and they know everybody's mature enough and got all that steam out of them in a sense, right? Let's talk about number 6, Evil Chemist, featuring New Villain and D.O.V, D.O.V or D.O.V. This beat was made in the lab. It had to be made in the lab. This joint's fire. 3 main chemists are cooking up this. They're cooking on this scientific track. New Villain is fire. Shout out to New Villain in this movement. You know what I'm saying? D.O.V or D.O.V or D.O.V. He's on that multilingual bars. He's spitting multilingual bars, man. I like that when people break down the Spanish with the rap or a different language. It might be Cape Verdean. I'm not sure if that's Cape. Is that Cape Verdean he's speaking? Or is that, because, listen, I ain't gonna lie. Brockton, Cape Verdeville. Shout out to Cape Verdeans, man. But I don't know if D.O.V is Cape Verdean or is that Spanish. Y'all let me know in the comments below. But I like when people kind of break that down and go multilingual on the rap because it just shows diversity, it shows skill. And sometimes when they put the Spanish or the other language and English together, you can kind of figure out what they're saying in the other language. You know, if it, you know, the English might say, I got a Tech 9 going to the welfare line, and then he starts speaking a different language. You might say, okay, I know what he did next. He probably robbed him. Then he comes back saying, I got the money in English. You're like, yo, he robbed the bank or something. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that. Let's talk about number 7. The title cut, Super Predator. They continue the evil with this haunting and creepy title track. GFamBlack is exposing the liars and the real criminals. The liars and the real criminals. Who do y'all think are the liars and the real criminals? If y'all got heart and balls, say it in the comments below, man. Who y'all think are the real criminals out there? Number 8, the Shooter campaign featuring Low Gun. This beat smacks harder than reggae. How about say? Hold on. This beat smacks harder than Reagan did on the black community. The Reagans, I'm telling you, that Reagan era was terrible for the black community, man. We're still recovering from it, man. The Reagans. This is your brain on. Shut up, Nancy Reagan. But R.I.P. to those people. Lord have mercy. But anyway, number 8, the Shooter campaign featuring Low Gun. GFam and Bofaat really have a sincere connection, not just on this record, but throughout. Logan, the feature, Logan, came through with his guns blazing. He came out the gate. Boop, 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 boop. Low gun, high gun. He came out high gunning. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the features on here. These features are fire, man. Number 9, Policy Paid. Policies Paid. Another spooky tune from Bofaat, aka Mr. Grimy. I'm about to give him a nickname. Bofaat, Mr. Grimy. At least on these tracks. I know you could do different tracks and all that stuff, but this album's got that grime feel, that dirt feel, that 10 toes down, man. Like you about to go plant some trees and go hunt a lion or something. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Policies Paid. GFamBlack is back in story mode, giving us hood Twilight Zone visions. Y'all know the Twilight Zone, so imagine like the hood. Y'all know the hood Twilight Zone. If y'all can name the hood Twilight, not the hood Twilight Zone, but the hood. I forget it. I don't even want to ask that question. I was gonna say the hood movie. Well, yeah. If y'all can answer the question, what's the hood movie like Tales from the Crypt? There was a hood movie but it was Tales from the. It wasn't Tales from the Crypt, but it was similar. Name that movie below. One of the hood classic scary movies, man. But shout out to movies, man. What's your favorite movie? You know what I'm saying? Get the books, man, if you could. Seville's Chronicles, Seville's Classics, Volume 2. Now on audio. This is on audio, people. It's on audio, man. And the first book is not on audio. Seville's Chronicles is not on audio, but Part 2, Volume 2 is. And I just came out with my fifth ebook. So support my ebooks too. The ebooks are shorter. They're about extended plays, which are EPs, and I break down 6 EPs from different artists, and I put them in writing, like a source type of thing, like a source type of write-up about the EPs in book form, in ebook form. So go check those out too if you want. Number 5 is just released. EPs Need Love 2, Volume 5, out now. Let's talk about number 10. Last track, man. GFamBlack, Bofaat. Not disappointing. Y'all better peep this album. Check the discography. Stop playing. Number 10, Shoot on Sight, featuring P-Roll, Thrust OG, and OGBENGRIMM. Now, this is a posse cut. You know what I'm saying? Now, you got P-Roll. He sparks the super cypher. Talking about the P-Roll mixtapes. I gotta check out P-Roll, man. You might got a new fan right now. You know what I'm saying? Thrust OG is top billing and sounds like Ed OG a little bit, don't he? Not saying, you know what I mean? He's sounding like Ed OG on purpose, but he do sound like Ed OG a little bit. OGBENGRIMM. But it's dope. He's a dope rapper. So, it don't sound like him that much, but I get a little bit of Ed OG in there. OGBENGRIMM is a nightmare to his ops. He's a nightmare to the ops, or at least his ops. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be none of his ops. And then you got GFamBlack shutting it down. GFamBlack checks the temperature. You know what I'm saying? And then turns up the heat with the bars. Guns out. Shoot on sight. Shoot on sight, man. Guns out. Parental advisory, man. That's all I got to say, man. 2024 Knuckle Dragguz. And Dragguz is spelled Dragguz. I believe that's their record label. Shout out to owning your own masters, owning your own publishing. GFamBlack, man. Huge fan. Shout out to Bofaat, Super Predator. Coming back. I ain't coming back from Brockton, Mass. I live in Brockton, Mass now, so originally from Boston, Dorchester, Roxbury. But again, GFamBlack, Bofaat, thanks for the shirt. Exclusive shirts. Hopefully you put them back on sale. Y'all can get y'all shirts, hopefully. If not, y'all missed out, man. But appreciate it again, GFam, for the gear. And keep doing what you're doing. That's all I gotta say, man. Your movement's fire. Great rapper, great song creator. I'm tuned in, I'm tapped in, I'm a fan, and Let's go, man. Boston, Massachusetts rap, man. Massachusetts hip hop. Let's go. Let's change the culture this year. 2024 is Brockton, Boston, Dorchester, Roxbury, everybody, every city, town in Massachusetts. Let's go, Massachusetts artists. And shout out to everybody else, of course. I love the world, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just, saying, you live somewhere, you got to represent. They'll say GFamBlack, Bofaat. One love. Love over hate, y'all. Peace out. Let's go.